What is Web3? The term, often confused with crypto, NFTs, and the metaverse, is getting popular. So before we get started, make sure to hit that like button, also subscribes to my channel. Depending on who you ask these days, Web3 is either imploding or finally escaping the shadow of sketchy cryptocurrency businesses for a more sustainable future. The collapse of FTX, once the second largest crypto exchange in the world, sent shockwaves through the market. This caused some people to cast doubt on the future of Web3, which has long been conflated with cryptocurrency, even though it is supposed to encompass so much more. Still, many have not given up on blockchain technology and the dream of a decentralized web. Yat Siu, chairman and co-founder of Hong Kong-based Animoca Brands, said he worried about the reputational damage to Web3 from FTX bankruptcy. But his commitment to Web3 as a natural evolution of the internet remains unshaken. What is Web3? Web3 is the hypothetical next-generation version of the World Wide Web that is decentralized and distributed through the use of blockchain and similar technologies. The term is often conflated with cryptocurrencies, non-fungible tokens, NFTs, and the metaverse because it has risen in prominence at the same time and uses some of the same underlying concepts, but it encompasses much more than just blockchain-based assets and virtual worlds. Ethereum co-founder Gavin Wood coined the term Web 3.0 2014, 3 years before starting the Web3 Foundation, to refer to a version of the web where user information is not stored and controlled in centralized servers. Inspired by the Edward Snowden leaks the previous year, which detailed the broad scope of data collection by U.S. intelligence services. Wood imagines a web based around public key infrastructure that secures user identities and that identifies content by its hash signature instead of an address pointing to a specific server. Jay Graber, project lead for the Twitter-backed decentralized social media initiative Bluesky, refers to this new era as the signed web, with Web 2.0 being the posted web, and what is now called Web 1.0 being the hosted web. By our account, the Web 1.0 era was defined by requiring users to run their own servers to host read-only websites. Web 2.0 gave rise to user-generated content hosted by central authorities like YouTube or Facebook. With Web 3, though, content is always discoverable through its cryptographic signature, whether a specific platform decides to host that content or not. Many internet users may be most familiar with this type of technology through BitTorrent, which uses magnet links encoded with file hashes to identify the content to download. Wood envisioned a more efficient and precise version of this for the web, with built-in incentives like cryptocurrency, enforced through smart contracts, a feature created for Ethereum that can reward users for hosting files. What does Web3 have to do with cryptocurrencies and NFTs? With blockchain as the backbone, Web3 is often envisioned as incentivizing user participation with crypto tokens such as Ether. But the vision of Web3 is much broader than blockchain alone, which would be a very inefficient way of managing a web of content. Public blockchains cannot store large files because of the time it would take to update the distributed ledger. This has led to new decentralized technologies meant to address blockchain's limitations. One of those technologies is the Interplanetary File System, IPFS. This identifies files by their hash so that anyone hosting that content can serve it when it is requested. While IPFS is not blockchain-based, it operates under some of the same cryptographic principles for identifying and retrieving information. It is maintained by Protocol Labs, which has also developed Filecoin, a cryptocurrency meant to help reward users for sharing their storage using IPFS. Is a completely decentralized web possible? In the hit HBO television comedy series Silicon Valley, the fictional startup Pied Piper creates a decentralized internet run off people's smartphones, which is enabled through the use of the company's impractically efficient compression algorithm. This science fiction algorithm gets at the core of a major Web3 debate: who really controls it? The reality of file storage and other technological limitations today means a number of services that are not decentralized exist to make blockchain-based tools more efficient. So while Web3 has been built as a way for people to take back control of their data from big tech, a fully decentralized web, which is possible and has existed for decades through technologies like Tor, requires that people lend out their own hardware and bandwidth. Moxie Marlin-Spike, co-founder of encrypted messaging platform Signal, made the point in a blog post. Last January, casting doubt on Web3 that most people do not want to run their own servers, which is why companies offering to do it have been so successful. Even nerds do not want to run their own servers at this point, he wrote. Timothy Semlin, founder of the Hong Kong-based Web3 consultancy Web3, said it will take a few years for some of the friction for consumers to be ironed out with Web3. Eventually, though, he said the advantages will be clear and drive adoption. We have to give away our personal data to hundreds of websites all the time. Why isn't there an interoperable way of logging in without always having to create a new profile, give my information, and then it gets lost out there? He said, through tokenization, which is what blockchain does, I think there's going to be new protocols that allow this. However, wide adoption may mean that the Web3 technologies disappear into the background, to be managed by other parties. This is what Sherman Voschnger, the Portugal-based author of Token Economy, How the Web3 Reinvents the Internet, describes as a back-end revolution. Is Web3 related to the metaverse? The metaverse, the buzzy term for a next-generation version of the Internet built around experiences in 3D digital environments, is often conflated with Web3, but they are technically different. One reason for the confusion is that blockchain is seen as the technology that will underpin interoperable objects in the metaverse. Winston Ma, managing partner of CloudTree Ventures and author of Blockchain and Web3, Building the Cryptocurrency, Privacy. What do you think of my video? Let me know in the comment section below. Thanks for watching my video.